Hello and welcome to the John Ark Show. Today's episode is called Shoplifting, Now More Lucrative Than Drugs. Before we begin, I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up, so make sure to click on that notification symbol so you can be notified every time we upload a new episode. Also, we ask that you post a link to today's show on all your social media to help spread the word. Now, let's get started. For those of you who haven't noticed, shoplifting in New York City is now one of its largest industries. In fact, it's a $4.4 billion business. And it's not just kids out there stealing food money or milk money because they're hungry, as they would have you believe. It's a highly professional and extremely organized industry. And it's also very computerized. Much of the stolen goods are sold on Amazon or eBay. That's a major new distribution channel for these people. Here's another new development. Before these shoplifting teams will clean these stores out, they'll go out to countless local stores and bodegas and restaurants and hair salons and bars and other places, and they'll take orders. They'll say, what do you need us to get for you? Do you need more ice cream, more beer, more wine, more laundry detergent? Whatever they need, they'll then take an order and get for them. They'll then go out through the entire neighborhood to all the major retailers and specifically steal those things. Then they will bring them back to the smaller stores that place the order, and they'll sell that stuff directly to the store at a very steep discount. It's very strange because a lot of these stores the little bodegas have been on the brink of going out of business for a long time. But now, because they can buy this stolen inventory for 10 or 20 cents on the dollar, now they can make a profit again. It's actually, this wholesale shoplifting is actually saving some of these smaller stores. So the next time you see a $35 bottle of laundry detergent at a major store, chances are you can walk half a block down the street to a bodega and buy it for less than half that price. Now, do you like to shop online and look for half-off deals? Well, chances are, if you do, you're buying stolen property. Chances are the online retailer doesn't really care because they're still making money on those things. For those criminals still considering selling drugs on the street corners or through other channels, you should really consider the risk, because now shoplifters are making a lot more money than you, and they're doing really well, and there's very little risk of going to jail. As long as you steal less than $1,000 worth of inventory, you're not going to get arrested. Why would you sell drugs under those circumstances? When you evaluate the risk and reward for both career paths, shoplifting versus drugs, the choice should be obvious to most kids who are broke. They can avoid prison if they shoplift. You can't always say that when you're selling drugs. It's unlikely. Sooner or later, you're going to get arrested. You're going to go to prison. This is so lucrative now. This shoplifting, professional grade shoplifting, this team-driven shoplifting is now so lucrative that a lot of these teams and individuals now work 70 to 80 hours a week just selling this stuff. In fact, I'll take it a step further. A lot of these bodegas that now buy this inventory, this merchandise from the shoplifters, they're allowing these shoplifters, when they come in, to bid against each other to see who can offer them the laundry detergent at the lowest prices. So the bodegas and the small stores, they're essentially fostering competition amongst the criminals to sell them stuff. If the prices get too low, then the thieves will just sell their stuff on the online marketplaces. Now, here's another interesting thing. In New York, they just built a $1 billion shopping mall in the heart of the city. $1 billion for one mall. And guess what happened soon after they opened it? It got closed and put out of business because so many shoplifters were swarming it every day. They couldn't make any money. If you've been inside a Macy's in New York, then you'll notice that virtually every item being sold in the store has an electronic anti-theft tag on it. Think about that. It makes shopping or selling or trying on clothes really difficult if you're a customer, because it's so time consuming. First you have to find a salesperson, then they have to open it up for you, then you may have to try on the clothing, bring it back, ask for a different size. It's a pain, and it's affecting their sales. Have you ever asked yourself, Why, with all these economic problems, more poor people aren't filing for unemployment in New York? Well, it's because shoplifting is much more lucrative than filing for unemployment. It just is. It's a brutal financial reality. Now, in the state of New York, the politicians were recently considering a new law that would have imposed strict new penalties on shoplifters. But guess what? Those geniuses decided it wouldn't be worth it, that it wouldn't have much of an impact. So they didn't pass the law. Now, in cities like New York, Los Angeles, San Francisco, and other towns, there is something called shoplifting syndrome. Remember in the old days when people saw 50 people going into a store and emptying its shelves, they would get on 911 or they would call the store manager and they would complain and they would say, "Oh my God, can you believe what's happening?" That doesn't happen anymore. They don't care. They're numb to this. The visual is no longer catching their attention even. And you know what else? A growing number of honest customers, when they see 10 or 20 people walk out the door without any repercussions, without being penalized in any way, without being arrested or charged or even condemned in any way, you know what they do? Rather than walk their stuff to the cash register, they just take the stuff and walk out the front door without paying for it. They feel that if the store doesn't care, why should they? So, what do the major drug dealers feel about this shift in criminal activity from selling drugs to stealing and shoplifting? Well, many of them love the fact that the police no longer pursue them or arrest them or charge them or anything. It's a major new channel of business for these thieves. Why would they continue to stay in the drug game when they can make more money with this business and not have to worry about being arrested or charged or get thrown in jail? Welcome to New York City. Thank you for watching. I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up, so make sure to click on that notification bell so you can be notified every time we post a new episode. Thank you, and we shall talk to you soon. Bye-bye.